and none of them have gone down. Well, down in a defensive stance, slid their feet, and gave up nothing.
Fourth turnover of the night for UAB. McGee directs traffic. Lendeborg pumps it to the corner. Butter Johnson draws two, maybe three now. Lendeborg, nothing but the bottom of the net.
But Loyson's just so big, he moves him right up underneath the basket, and he's throwing that little lefty hook in, or receiving that right hard hook from 6 feet in front of the hoop.
He's got 9 points tonight, does Loyston. Burying a tray.
So much, so after they make that second free throw, they fall back into their defense. Everyone's got their assignments, and they can get that defense locked.
Lendeborg is so smooth, does it that time with
much more aggressive offensively. What is that now, a second triple here in the second half?
Second three in the second half for Tillis. Give him 13 points on the night. Lendeborg answers back.
Alpha ball, so Tim, Santa Clara is going to have to find some offense to keep up with this UAB team.
Well, he didn't play the other night as well, and they have other guys, so they've got balance. Not just a one-man band for Santa Clara.
First bucket of
playing this style of offense back in the early 2000s, and he said, well, we didn't have the shooters then, but the one thing Andy Kennedy has to be aware of, and he wants to make sure his team knows this, is not get caught up into the three-point game. And they're taking a lot of them early. They're not taking a lot of time off the clock, which is the danger zone for them.
Lendeborg tips the rebound to himself, now runs the break. Lendeborg, circus shot, counted and a foul.
It's by accident, but hustle, extraordinary, and also just great nose and feel for the game and the ball.
Soccer assist there by Cameron Tung. 10 seconds to go in the half. Lendeborg, nowhere to go. Bad miss there, but an offensive rebound. Ensminger missed the second effort. Lendeborg like a fullback in the lane.
Felt better on that possession.
Stewart averaging a dozen points per game this year, so right at his season average. Lendeborg going at Ensminger, and Lendeborg wins. 5 on the shot clock. Carlos Stewart. Good defense. Lendeborg standing tall. Now the other way with the left hand.
Rebound looking to run. Vasquez pull up three, grazes the rim. Lendeborg right there with an easy follow. Brown over Lendeborg, misses. Ajaba with the rebound, but coughed it up down the floor to Lendeborg. Euro lays it in. Lead for UAB since it was 5-4.
Now Christian Coleman out of high school worked for 2 years in a Walmart until he hit a growth spurt.
He's got the pass there. Lendeborg with the dunk. Lendeborg barreling in, missed the shot, got it back, puts it up, off the window and in. Drives, he kicks it outside. Finkley's three, no good.
And then what a recovery by Yaxel Lendeborg. He still was able to recover and contest that three.
Catch and shoot. Lendeborg, three hits.
Haggerty.
A beautiful look, but Andy Kennedy furious. Those are the 50-50 balls and offensive rebounds that they can't let Memphis have if they want to pull off the upset.
Lendeborg guarded by Jourdain.
Memphis likes this matchup. They think Jourdain is quick enough and strong enough to stick with him that time. A friendly bounce on the jump for him or through him.
McGee, mid-range jumper short. UAB is not an efficient three-point shooting team. They're much better from two. That's where Lendeborg makes his money. Little floater goes, and he's got 4 points and a couple assists early on.
Well, and you wonder why Jourdain recently leads this team in plus-minus. It's because of plays like that. A great screen and execution to get Danger the ball. Unsung hero on that play that won't show up in the stat sheet.
Jourdain guarding Yaxel Lendeborg, who is the Defensive Player of the Year in this conference for the second consecutive season. And it kisses it off the glass. He's only played in 15 games all season. 1 game in March. Number 1 in white was the preseason freshman of the year in the American Athletic Conference. Lendeborg tees one up. Knocks it down. Gee off a baseline screen. Back out to Tony. Lendeborg squeezes the offensive rebound. Foul on his way back up. It's been end of the road for Yaxel, Lendeborg, and UAB. And interesting to see what his offseason looks like as he finishes in St. John's. But when Mike Anderson was fired, he re-entered the market. Lendeborg with the follow. So your college product out of Arizona Western.
Well, and a guy that's in his 5th year of organized basketball. I think him wearing the Superman cape is something he's had to become used to. He didn't grow up just being the man, but he is the man now. You see him now. He has embraced.
McGee powers through, and it's rejected by Newell. Straight to Lendeborg. And he finishes through contact.
Defense holding North Texas to just 20.
Russ Hodge took over for Grant McCaslin after spending 6 seasons as an assistant underneath him. Lendeborg with the 3. Goes back up strong.
Wow. You talk about a straight vertical on his head. Great finish by Lorient.
He's nearing a double-double. Vasquez harassed. Nearly turned it over, but saved it. Lendeborg will put it on the deck and banks it in. At what point are you comfortable playing that? Rebounded by Ezerero.
I think this will have to be more towards the last media timeout if they can continue this lead. But he's starting to look a little bit better. I mean, look at that. And there's been a couple.
Jonathan Massey gives it up. Latrell Giselle, no. And Lendeborg finds the rebound. He wants to push. 2-on-2. Lendeborg, 2-hand jam.
You can trying to have that next play mentality, clapping for his guys. You got to get over it, suck it up, get a stop. Still some time left here, but you got to play near perfect basketball for 2 minutes.
Vasquez gives it up to Tony. Tony brings it out. They'll let Lendeborg use the clock now. Ball in their star's hand. Yaxel Lendeborg, plenty of time to shoot. Spins into the paint and rolls it home.
Vasquez finds the cutting McGee, but he can't finish. The tip up is good.
For UAB, it's going to be on the interior.
Coleman trying to keep it alive. He tipped it to Lendeborg, who has been everywhere. On sophomore from Congo converts the 3-point play. Gotta love the fight out of the Pirates. They have not gone away. Down by 9.
They've been able to make some responses, but unfortunately for them, UAB has always bounced right back. They're going to have a longer period of sustaining stops.
That is a pro-level move from Yaxel.
The man ready to play. He's brought it tonight.
But Johnson curling, finds Lendeborg, pump fake, uses the little shoulder. I'm telling you, these are Woodard. Couple dribbles, pull up Jay. The fight for the rebound, and it's Moore bringing it up the floor. Tony. Lendeborg calling, straight on, cash money. Yaxel Lendeborg. We've also only had 2 triple-doubles in the history of the American Conference Tournament. We could see a 3rd for both here tonight.
We'll be in good company with Alan Ogg, had some time in the NBA, and Paul Delaney III, a strong player, still playing professionally in Israel.
And a median points, 3 rebounds. Lendeborg through the chest, tips it up and good. How do you
definitely?
Lendeborg backing off, unable to affect that one.
There it is.
As Tony, his first double-double of his career, coming here as a senior.
He knows he's got a little smile on his face. He knew it was coming.
Lendeborg sitting on 7 assists. Makes his move. Off the window. Another tough bucket off 2 feet.
puts it in. He's got 28 points now. Let's see if ECU continues to foul. There's their full court trap. UAB's got to get it across the timeline, and they do. The Pirates electing not to foul here.
Good strategy. They tried it already. Now you have to lean on your defense. It confuses UAB.
Lendeborg looking at the shot clock. It's at 6. Comes to a stop. And that soft touch, he's got 26 points.
Vasquez off the bounce. They find Lendeborg in the corner for 3. That is his first attempt. It's tipped around and kept alive. Lendeborg grabs it on the baseline. Up top to Tyron Moore. Already has 2 threes. He's shut off. Lendeborg will try again and connect on that one.
UAB just being more aggressive from outside lately.
Bad pass, Daniels, turnover. UAB on the run, inside Lendeborg for the stuff. It scores. So Glenn playing aggressively with 3 fouls. He's got his 3rd field goal.
That's where Greg Glenn excels. He finishes very well through contact.
Lendeborg in Banks. Works along the baseline, spins and scores over that left.
Eastern, that is a monster game. Absolutely. Followed by number 24 Arizona and Kansas, and Cooper Flagg and number 2 Duke take on North Carolina.
Yeah, it's going to be a great Saturday as Yaxel goes through. Get his take a deep breath, get your second win, and settle into the game, understanding this is what you've been doing all year.
Lendeborg stepping out, knocks down the 3.
Took him on a ride. He didn't walk on that one.
He didn't walk it. Held up that follow through.
That is nice by Yaxel right.
So here goes McGee working off 2 feet. It is tough sledding inside as Lendeborg.
Take his time, guys get open, and you had a great job by UAB coming over. Help side was there. It's hard when you got a 7-footer looking over the top and with an easy drop off.
Lendeborg, mid-range jumper, that smooth looking.
Baskets. They've been struggling to score. It's very important to get that going to establish themselves.
Lendeborg with the huge block that leads to the breakout. He's calling for the ball back. He gets the touch on the wing. Now it's Ezerero slowing it down. Nice flow to this game early on. You can tell both teams want to run. And Lendeborg.
And the analytics say that's not the best shot to shoot. You got to get to your sweet spot and make it happen.
Another turnover poked away. Here comes Lendeborg. Protects the basketball, throws it up in front of